Corey's ability to grab a crowd and pick them up in his hand and make them easy is amazing. He can do it easily. Slipknot do a section in the show where they come to a middle eight part where they take the music right down, and Corey makes everyone, and we're talking 6, 7, 8,000 people, he makes them all crouch down. They will then build the music to a point where Corey will instruct the crowd to jump the fuck up. As soon as he says jump the fuck up, these guys just jump in the air, and it is absolute mayhem. That is ultimate control. And he does it extremely well, night after night.
I feel like most artists use music as therapy, and I know just by talking with Corey and watching him write, it's absolutely therapeutic for him. I think writing for him has gotten him through some of the darkest times that most people may not have been able to get out of. And he's been able to write about it, express himself, channel it properly, and turn it into a positive and really be kind of a pillar for other kids or other people to look at and go, well, if he can write about it, get through it, and make something out of it, then maybe I can too.
I absolutely think Corey Taylor is a genius. And as much as I hate to tell him that because it's going to make his ego go through the roof, he really is. He's a good guy. He's got a lot of demons, but he's working those demons to his advantage and teaching him how to move forward. And the true genius in all of that is being able to capture that and do something amazing with it.
You talk about this like mad genius type of stuff. It's like he's the type of guy that can put together, you know, 3.5-minute pop song without even really batting an eye or thinking twice about it. But, you know, changing a flat tire on his car, he's completely clueless.
He's also the guy that understands the ones that are even crazier than he is. Hunter S. Thompson's one of his idols, and you don't get much crazier than that guy. There's absolutely the mad and absolutely the genius.
You've got to be a little mad, because the sane people would only do one. The mad people do two, and the really mad succeed at both.
I think of Corey Taylor in every sense of the fact of like what the world is missing, and that's you know, an iconic rock star type of entity.
Who he is as a singer and as an artist is unparalleled. This guy is one of the best singers I've ever heard.
For somebody to be able to open up and reveal themselves and expose themselves at that level and to give something at that level that's genius. It changes the air of the room when the music is playing, and it just gives at the highest level.
And people ask, is that the guy with the mask and the crazy band? Yep, that's the one. Is he really like that? Sometimes he really is.
First time I heard Corey Taylor sing was with Slipknot. I believe it was a video of some kind, and you know, I'm the kind of guy who walks around his house and just has the TV on, and back in the days when videos were being played quite a bit, and I heard this music and I heard this voice, and I was like, what the f is that? I gotta go check it out. And I went and I looked, and it was the first time I'd ever seen or heard Slipknot, and obviously blown away by the sound, and then the visual experience on top of that was really compelling. It was really aggressive, it was really in your face, but there was melody and structure and song structure. Corey's a guy who is well in touch with who he is and isn't afraid to express that, and certainly isn't afraid to express the darkness and the depth of where he's coming from that a lot of people can relate to.
When the start of the show happened, they didn't tell me how they start the show. Basically, they came in from the back. The place was super slammed, like as the intro tape was coming on, and Joey was on the top of Mick's shoulders, kicking people in the head. From the back of the crowd, they came to the stage, not from the back of the stage. And it was so violent and so awesome. I loved it so much. It was like, yep, it's on, it's on. And there was a sense of true danger, like somebody's gonna die. And I like that. Yeah.
When Corey's working a crowd, I don't know how he does it. It's almost like he hypnotizes the audience, because he can take almost any scenario. If a show looks like it's not starting to go that well, he can turn it around in a heartbeat. I mean, he could also he could turn a crowd ugly too if he wanted to. I don't know how he does it. He's just the raw talent, the way he's able to just totally captivate an audience, and they want to go on whatever journey he wants to take them on.
It's an interesting process to watch these guys backstage, and then when they put their masks on, they literally change right in front of your eyes. I mean, it's a bizarre process to watch. That 1 second you're talking to this really sweet guy from Iowa, and the next second they have this mask on, and you're kind of scared.
He's absolutely letting you know, I can see you, and I know what's going on, and I'll give you what I give you, and you'll give me what I tell you to. You can't see what I'm doing. You can't see what I'm thinking. You can't look into my eyes, but I'm looking at every one of you, and you'll get what I give you.
Fueled by their explosive pyrotechnic energy, Corey Taylor surrendered his identity to the Slipknot machine. On stage, he was simply number 8.
At the time, Corey was a complete enigma. Nobody knew who he was. He was wearing a mask like all the 8 other members of Slipknot, and he lashed out with his venomous rage. He was also a really accomplished stage performer. So he was able to command the stage and get an audience's attention without them seeing who the real Corey Taylor was.
Putting on the mask allows Corey to not worry about what he looks like, how people look at him. It's about the music. It's not about the way you look.
When he puts on that mask, he becomes something else. No one can touch him.
Oh, it hurts. It hurts.
The masks cause pain. I mean, they're physically uncomfortable to wear. They're mentally uncomfortable to wear. But it's part of what Slipknot is.
It's an interesting process to watch these guys backstage, and then when they put their masks on, they literally change right in front of your eyes. I mean, it's a bizarre process to watch. That 1 second you're talking to this really sweet guy from Iowa, and the next second they have this mask on, and you're kind of scared.
It's like, Jesus Christ.
And the masks are not just scary to look at.
I've had the misfortune of being around some of the masks when the guys aren't wearing them, and I can attest to the fact that they are probably the nastiest things on the planet.
There's spit, there's blood, there's everything coming out of everywhere.
It becomes a ritual to them, and for them to clean it or for them to do anything to it takes away from the pain that they're trying to portray through the mask. So you can't get within a couple feet of those masks without your gag reflex kicking in. And these guys put it on their face every single night to go out to perform.
Another day at the office.